Welcome to the CryptoNest. Alright, so we had some action since the last time I did a video. So here we go. We did the higher high, and I actually have a thesis that, or I had a thesis that every time Bitcoin make a higher high during a Saturday, there is afterwards a drop in price between 15 and 30%. Well, this time very inconclusive up to now, only not even 5%. Now let's see. I still have the option on the map, unfortunately, that this was not the fifth wave. Here, the peak that we had, I think that was on Saturday, no, Monday. Okay, so before I thought, I did say on the previous video that this can be technically a fifth wave, but it's a really shallow one, and we are going to see. But technically, fifth wave is done, right? Third wave, it's here, and that's it. Now, the first thing I need to check is the first pullback, the structure. And as you can see in yellow, I was looking for a 5 wave down. Up to now, it was working. And then after that, we had yesterday this fourth wave that actually started to react really nicely. But now, I'm going to give still a benefit of a doubt. Because it did go a little bit higher, but only for a couple of hours. So let's see if he fell back in line and give us actually 5 wave down. Then I'm going to say, well, too bad. The fifth wave, it was really this on that we did yesterday, actually on the 12th of May at exactly 3 a.m. If we don't get this fifth wave, then I don't want to say it's problematic, but this will give us only an A, a B, and a C. And unfortunately, from the top here of the third wave, I could say that this was an A overshooting wave B and a C for the wave A of the fourth wave. After that, I can say, it's a little bit fuzzy, right? Let me see here. I could say maybe this was the A. Yeah, no, I don't like it. This is the A, so we did an A, B, C for the A, B, C for the B, and A, B, C for the C. So now it's a lot of talking. Let me remove some drawings, and then let's go just for it. So this is the A, this is the B, and actually this was an A, B, C for the C in white, and this would be the fourth wave in white. So I wouldn't put it here, but I would put it here. So this is just an A overshooting wave B and a C. Now the problem I have with the C, it's usually has to have 5 waves, right? So that's a little bit challenging. Maybe it's hidden, and this is a 1, 2. This is a 3, a 4, and a 5. That's the issue that I'm having for the moment. But when you zoom out, I would really say that this is the A, this is the B, and then the C. So we shall see anyway. Now, we do have our first alarm here, because the price did go higher than the 0.618, so it's not ideal for a fourth wave. Ideal would be 0.5, 0.618 if it's a diagonal. Now this is 1 hour time frame, so we need to Also, there is some noise because as Trump made anyway, as US and China made an agreement on a trade, so they put that on ice for 90 days. So this is maybe this is all a noise of what happened yesterday, and the news and blah blah blah, and it takes some time to the market to assimilate the news. And you can see now that there is a disparity between the let's say the S&P 500 and the crypto, because yeah, okay, the crypto, it did go higher, but when they released the news, this is Monday, right? We went down. So I don't know, we need to be careful with this one. So I'm extra careful with this peak here now, and I'm going to pay a focus today. Either if it makes a new lower low, then I'm going to have 5 wave down. So to me, 5 days is pointing me the direction is going to go. And so if we have 5 wave down after that, well, first of all, let me zoom out a little bit so we can see some data. So I am still taking for granted now that this is the 5th wave, because I don't have any real hint that it's still going higher, and the price is not crazy, and it kind of a nice impulsive movement to the downside side. I'm missing a 5th wave, yeah, so this is why I need to be very careful. The bigger picture is, okay, in a case this is the 4th wave and we still have a leg to go. I did the fib extension. I took from the wave beginning of wave 1 to the end of the wave 3 to the end of possibly allegedly 4th wave. So 0.618, 107,843, that would be ideal for this 5th wave. All right, and after that we're going to have to the pullback. So no matter what happens, I'm still expecting that pullback. So now, are we going to have it now or later? But it's still coming. And now here was the data for, so let me adjust that to the peak we had yesterday. And in the case we go higher, there you go. So we're having 99,000, 93,000 for, let's say, 500. And I would align with this level because we do have the MA 200. And eventually we're going to have the MA 50 overlapping the MA 200, which is a golden cross. Yes, it's a delayed indicator, but it gives us a nice indication of the trend. Perhaps when we look in the back, oh yeah, sure, it is true, we went up, yeah. And often when we have that, we need to have a pullback. So it's that's how I see it anyway, because the Elliott wave tells us that we have 5 waves, or almost 5 waves, and we need to be careful because the pullback is coming. So I already took some profits. I did share it with you on a Discord channel every time, or pretty much always when I can and have time, I update them. Now, if it goes higher, am I going to freak out because I took some profit at 98 and under 3,000? Not at all. I'm going to be even happier. More money, cash in. I have a short-term, mid-term, long-term wallet. Long-term wallet is very peacefully, it's sleeping, and I'm going to wake him up only when it's going to be time, which is going to be around, I would say, July, August. Then I'm going to take partial profits. But for the moment, short-term, mid-term, I'm taking profits. Yeah, sure. And if we go lower, then I'm going to scale back in. I will start at this level here, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, it's if we go to 1,000, let's say 108,000. Otherwise, now you can see 96,800 if this indeed was the top. All right, so ideally would be very great if we after that we can have a very nice 5th wave, the deepest one we can, because I'm looking, if we have a wave down, then I want to see, and this is going to complete a wave A. We're going to have a B wave, hopefully not too deep, and so it will allow the the C wave to go deeper. Now, if it can go up to there, ideally would be the best. The best ideally would be that the wave A go and reach the 0.236. After that, we're going to have the bounce for the wave B and wave C to the 0.382. So let's see if yeah, well, I mean, life is not perfect, but this would be amazing. All right, so this is pretty much all I wanted to share with you guys. Actually, I want to go on the daily and just, daily, and I want to check the RSIs, what's the situation. Okay, so RSIs, you can see, are overbought. It's not really alarming, can stay there for an extended period of time. But also you can see that the stock RSI is doing a reset. I would say, yeah, I would say seriously that a pullback is coming soon. Let's go on the 8 hours also. You can see, you know, though the stock RSI, it will reverse. So I think there is a chance maybe that we're going to make maybe a higher high for that fifth wave. Let me go on the 4 hours. That's going to give me a guide in the next 2-3 days. Yeah, there is a potential here for another spike. All right, we're going to see. But the bigger picture I want to focus is, you remember, not so long ago, I did tell you guys, it's not a perfect science, but when Bitcoin is sold, it's a good time to get in. It doesn't say, you know, it's going to reach the lower low or we reach the lower low, but it's a good time to scale in. And actually, you know, it was pretty nice level here. Did we go lower? Yes, we did. And this is why if we follow Fibonacci, we would have known. But honestly, already, this was a very nice, amazing price, 77,000. We had a little bit lower, I think 74 something, even better. Now, I'm not using the RSI as a reference to scale out, but something to be aware. Combined with the counts, you know, there is a case that, you know, we need to be careful. There could be still some gain left to be done, but I would say the majority of the gain it's going to, well, is done, right? And actually now I was supposed to be finished and then still I'm talking. From the current price now to the possible target, it's 4%, 4.35. So you see, this is why, you know, I'm not focusing, I'm not freaking out. If it goes there, even better. I will take more profits and be more prepared, have more cash flow to the scale back when it's going to be time. And I'm not saying if, it's when. All right. Okay, so this is really the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Join our Discord channel. Have a great day. Bye.